Lady Renegade, your job is to reject any law of the government, period, and you must relieve the world of male shit eaters. I need you to waive all of my enemies' privileges to live. I need you to make them give in to your pressure. And if they are still reluctant or unwilling to submit, you must destroy that objectable person, very existence to the core. Beautiful. Miss Sinister, I know that Miss Nasty is your older sister, but she is proven in this crew. But you are not. In order to get recognized as a rude girl, you must first inspire horror and disgust to all of my enemies first. You must be shockingly hideous and frightful to any one of my enemies who have reported any one of your kills. Miss Sinister, you must make all my enemies and future enemies obese with fear. You must be deplorable and unwelcome by even the devil himself. Plus, you must harass, annoy, as well as intimidate all police and mobsters every day of your existence. Miss Swagger, you must be capable of exerting great physical harm and force to all of my enemies. You must be arrogant, conceited, and convinced all at the same time. You must be a straight bully to all of my enemies, and you must have no regards for any consequences for your actions. Miss Funky, you must be outlandishly profane and vulgar to all of my enemies. You must demolish and leave this city stank with dead bodies everywhere. Your name must imply wickedness and death to all of my enemies. Miss Lunatic, you must be a straight disgraceful person with the sickest diabolical habitual tendencies in my whole crew. You must prolong the existence of death to all of my enemies before you make their soul testify to my prominence as my distinguished female instrument of death. Lady Zero, you must have no more value for life. You must convey my message attentively to all of my enemies, and you must accommodate all of my requirements at all times. Zero understanding fit the punishment for all of my enemies' crimes. You must be incoherent to those cries of pity, even if those cries come from their kids. You must cause major disorder to all of my enemies. Lady Zero. Miss Hurricane, your strength must be as strong as a cyclone to all of my enemies. You must be a violent death storm with demise in your eyes, and you must have a death warrant for all of my enemies. Miss Treacherous, you must be able to willingly betray your birth family when it comes to J.T. Riley and his agenda to destroy this country's mentality. You must be violent, explosive, eagerly devoted to spread my forceful means throughout this world and provoking death down to my enemy's last breath, last gasp, and last day. Miss Treacherous, you will kill by all means, and this includes suffocation, drowning, and overdose. You just make sure that when you do get intimate with all my enemies, you give them a kiss of death. Miss Castro, you must be a brilliant fighter and the truest representative of your great country, Cuba. You must make a major effort to flatline all of my enemies, and you must have a tremendous personality and charisma while you are killing. To my enemies, you will be unsympathetic and callous to them all. You will have zero compassion for the suffering of any of my enemies, no matter how old or young they are, because when the death angel of J.T. Riley arrives, fatality follows. Lady Zoe, your job is to make all of my enemies expire and perish by your deadly hands. You must kill all of my enemies' desires to live, and when they surrender, then you must break their necks. You must extinguish, relinquish, and destroy every vital, essential quality in all of my enemies, and you must be an explicit killer at all times. Miss Smokey, your job is to burn down and blow up any building I ask you to burn to the ground. You must let the world know that J.T. Riley is the new owner of the Devil's Workshop, and I want all of my enemies to believe that they are in the hellfire. You must be dreadful, abominable, hateful, and monstrous to all beneficiaries, leaving them powerless, defenseless, vulnerable, and crippled. Miss Mysterious, you must be a silent killer, unknown to the world outside of us. You must be extremely arrogant and repulsive, but simultaneously arousing wonder, eluding explanation at all times. You will be hidden from all of my enemies' knowledge. Only JT has the key to this mysterious secret. Madam Bloodthirsty, you must be eager to shed blood for me at a moment's notice. You must crave and desire bloodshed from all of my enemies, and you must inspire this taste as well as awe in them all. You must swim in all of my enemies' blood, and your whole body must be stained with their blood too. Your desire for blood will never be quenched until all of my enemies are dead. You must be ready and willing to accept bloodshed and violence at any time for me, beautiful. Lady Dread, you must become an object of horror and fear to all of my enemies. You must be a threat, a menace, and extremely unpleasant to all of my enemies. When you come for blood, Lady Dread, my enemies will know that it will be a massive slaughter on the horizon. Lady Dread, you will always commit forcible massacres to all of my enemies. And don't you forget it. Miss Black Mamba, you must be just as venomous as a black mamba. You are a pure killer, and you seek revenge for all the harm perpetuated against you and the system of justice that validated that evil actions upon you. And any motherfucker that gets in your way or try to stop your progress, I want them dead as a doorknob.